Coach, last time you guys played Connecticut, obviously your worst shooting night of the entire season. So against a team that likes to play methodical, also a high-level defensive team, what do you take away from that loss that you're looking to change today?
We've had some ups and downs this year. That was probably one of our toughest or worst performances offensively and defensively. It was a struggle that night. And so hopefully we don't see any more of those, one for I believe 27 in the future. But that's the game of basketball. That's why you keep playing, kind of like that game against Connecticut. It was a tough loss, just that we didn't play very well. And then we had a back-to-back against New York, and we played pretty well. We gave ourselves a chance to play against a really good team, and that's kind of how we're going to approach tonight.
This organization, what can you say about her and how she's been playing this season with Connecticut?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for her. Just what she's been able to do there this year and the start that she's had. Obviously, this history and her coming back. I'm sure the X Factor is going to be happy to see her, and they should be.
I mentioned after the game yesterday, just some moments where it felt like the flow and kind of the rhythm of the offense was just maybe not as comfortable as it often is.
Yep.
What did you see when you kind of went back and looked? Did you see any of the similar kind of moments?
Yeah, when I went back, I thought the first, second, and fourth quarter, up until the last 3 minutes of the fourth, we did some good things. The third quarter kind of got away from us. I thought that was our toughest stretch. We had some good looks, and they made their looks, and they got out in transition because of our missed shots. And so, yeah, I mean, there's going to be moments in the game where things are going smoothly, and that one hurt a little bit last night just because we didn't, we're up 7 with 3.5 to go and then didn't close it out. But you learn from those things, and I think that's what this group will do.
Leah Copper sort of had her ups and downs as of late. So is there anything that you specifically chalk that up to? Just missing shots, just good defense? And do you sort of want to see anything different out of her approach tonight?
No, I mean, I'm guessing, she's number one on the scouting report, so teams are trying to slow her down. And so, listen, she's human. She's going to have some tough stretches. I mean, what she's done this year is absolutely amazing. And so, we know Ka's a competitor. I'm sure, she's ready to get back out there again tonight and give it another chance and be aggressive. That's who she is.
Do you think specifically finishing yesterday's game? I mean, you guys had double-digit leads from different portions of that game. You also had some fouls. I think if you could do it over again, they wouldn't have done. Was there a little bit of a needing to finish stronger that you've talked to your team about?
Not yet. I mean, today we're going to make it about Connecticut. But yeah, I think our team understands that, right? Yeah, like I said, with this group up 7 with 3.5 to go, and we've handled those situations pretty well so far this year. I have not been disappointed in how we've handled it. And I didn't think there was any extremely poor decisions, a couple turnovers, a flagrant foul, but I don't think Tosh was trying to make that play. I don't even think they were thinking about going back and looking at the review, and then they decided to. And, those things unfortunately happen. But, like I said, I think because of that situation, we're going to be better moving forward.
The big crowd and national TV and Clark here, was it a learning experience for you guys to play a playoff situation like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think anytime you're thrown into different situations, there was a ton of excitement, nationally about the game, national television, huge crowd. Those are great things for our team to go through together. We're still relatively a new group as far as new staff, added new pieces, and now BG being back 7 or 8 games. So we're gonna evolve, but we need to go through some of those things.
DC popped up on the injury report. Are you concerned about the back issue there, or is it just kind of day by day?
No, yeah, DT is gonna be out tonight, and Beck Allen will be out tonight. So it's part of Diana's it's part of her process of throughout the season finding different times. This is 3 games and 4 nights and 4 games and 6 nights moving forward. So as a competitor, I'm sure that this is not something that she's extremely excited about, but she supports obviously the Olympics coming up. So we're trying to see a big picture with all these decisions that we make. And, Beck came out last night and battled with she's had a lingering back issue, and, she couldn't finish down the stretch last night. And so, our medical staff, front office, everyone is seeing big picture. So it's going to present some new opportunities for some of our players, some of our role players. It's going to adjust where some of our starters come in and out, but we'll be ready.
It was that foul yesterday. Did that have any impact on Diane? I think the one where she kind of got hit like right here.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
What does mental rest look like for you personally on such a crunch schedule like the one this weekend?
That's a good question. Especially with family in town. I think everyone involved with the Mercury right now has a lot of family in town, just 3 home games and 4 nights. That typically doesn't happen. I think, this is part of being a head coach again, just, the feelings that you feel after tough losses and big wins. I mean, as an assistant coach, you make suggestions, and as a head coach, you make decisions that ultimately affect people's playing times and shots and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think my mental approach is just be as consistent as I can. Wins, losses, try not to get too high, try not to get too low. And like I said, even from our team standpoint, I'd much rather be playing today than on Wednesday, right? Just let's get back at it, and let's try to figure this thing out together.
Zoom, Steven?
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yep.
I had one quick question for you. Just kind of looking at the pregame process and game planning for everything that is Connecticut. I was just kind of curious, what stands out to you on film as far as why this team is as good as they are so early, given that they don't have necessarily the most modern approach to offense?
Yeah, they're tough. They're extremely tough. They're, unbelievable defensively. They make you work for everything. And, they know who they are. They're not trying to be somebody they're not. They're going to be physical. They're going to play inside. They're going to throw it inside. They're going to attack you in the way that fits who they are. And, I respect that about them. You're going to get their best each and every night because they're so competitive as a group. Awesome. Thank you.